Okay guys, welcome to part 2 of our K10 mud truck project. So last time we just got the bumper painted and the grill, but and I was telling you that I got a new bumper and a new winch. So what we got to do is I want to get this factory bumper off. There's a few things that we need to take care of right away. We need to get this bumper off first and foremost. All right, so since this is basically an SCX10 based chassis, I do have the holes here as well. These I'm going to have to cut off at the Dremel, so we're gonna do that now. We're gonna get out my SSD bumper, take a look at this. My only fear is that the body is now going to sit a little bit lower than how I had it with the factory RC4WD drive plastic one. Okay, so there's the bumper. So that's, that's a pretty good height. See, these tabs are still in the way, so I just want to see. Those tabs were gone. See, it is sitting a bit lower. See, if you kind of see the rear, it was sitting up more like that. Now it's going to be down a bit. So first thing we need to do, I'm going to get these tabs cut off. I'm going to do that right now before we do anything else. All right, we got our 3 tabs cut off. I'm just going to give that a quick sand, clean that up. And just another thing too, guys, it's always good to wear safety glasses whenever you're dremeling with plastic pieces flying around so you don't get a hot piece of plastic in the eye, because that has happened to me before. So I always make sure I got my safety glasses on. Anyways, let's get this sanded. All right, so here's a sneak peek of the color. This is the new color. It's a little bit bright in here, so I don't know if it's really doing it justice, but it's this kind of a matte charcoal gray, and guys, it's gonna look sick. I can just already tell. It's kind of, yeah, it's a flat finish. I don't really care if it gets, a little marked up. This is meant to be a mud truck. It's gonna get dirty, it's gonna get muddy. But wow, I cannot wait to see what this is gonna look like on the rest of the truck. So I'm gonna get the body off. There's a couple things that you wanna make sure you sand. Some of these mold lines here, guys, right here on the quarter panel. I'm gonna get that sanded. There's a couple other little things I noticed. Just extra little flash like here. Couple other places. So I'm gonna get this body off. I'm gonna start sanding it, getting it ready for paint. But in the meantime, there's a couple things that we need to take care of that have been kind of bothering me. So this here kind of serves no purpose other than this is how my old body was mounted. So I was gonna have magnets on here, and that was gonna mount to the hood. Now I know this might be controversial, but I was actually going to glue the hood shut on this so that it would be really easy to mount right on here, as well as this area here could be either for the battery, or I might end up putting my ESS dual sound unit in here in this truck. But I don't think I can do that. After looking online, I don't think we're gonna go full like RC four-wheel drive V8. Maybe a 3D printed V8 would look nice in there. So yeah, I don't think I can glue the hood shut. So I'm gonna have to look at a different way of mounting. Before I did have the factory bumper in here holding it, and then I was gonna figure out something for the rear. But now that we've got the SSD bumper, which is gonna remain on the chassis and the body's gonna sit, I'll have to figure out another way to mount the K10 body to this chassis. But in the meantime, this is serving absolutely no purpose, and it's getting in the way. So I want to get these shock hoops off and this bar off, and I'll probably end up taking these ones off and moving this to the rear. So I'm gonna get that done now. And then the other thing we still need to do is get the links changed. So I want to get all that stuff done. while the body's being painted, so that when we do the final reveal, the wheelbase is correct and we have a better idea how we're going to get the body mounted. So I'm going to go ahead and get this off here now, and then we'll see what else we got to get. There's lots of other detail bits that we got to work on as well while the truck is in paint. Okay guys, I just got some other tires on here. I just wanted to kind of see what the tires off my TRX4 High Trail looked like on it, but I don't actually have, out of all these links that I have, I don't actually have the 100mm links that I need to extend the wheelbase to a 12.3. So that's going to have to wait. We'll probably have to do that on part 3. Also, we're waiting on my drive shafts. I did order the Incision drive shafts, and we have our Vanquish 3-gear transmission. So we also need to figure out what motor and ESC combo I want to go with. So that's to come. That's probably going to be on part 3 or part 4 of this build. So we're not going to be, like I said, we're not going to be able to change the wheelbase today, but there's plenty of other things that we need to work on. So I think the next thing I want to do is get the winch mounted up on the bumper. Now, I did forget to order the fair lead for here, so I'm not sure if I want to order the SSD fair lead, or I saw someone online actually took this piece off and had it on the front of that bumper. So we may look at doing that. So let's get this out of the package and just have a quick look at it. Oh, we got some stickers. Very nice. Awesome. This is really nice, guys. So let's get this wire out of here. All right, so we need to make a decision what we want to do here. I think I'd much rather have it like that and have the fair lead in the front than have all that in the front. So I think I will order that fair lead from SSD. It's just gonna look better and cleaner. But in the meantime, I do want to get this mounted on here. All right, so we got that officially mounted on there. Like I said, I still need to pick up that fair lead, but that's good for now. I don't really want to have all this out here right now. Just want to keep it clean. But yeah, pretty happy with it. All right, guys, body's all sanded, ready for paint. Just one thing I did add was the Chevrolet symbol on the back. I wanted to glue that on before paint. But other than that, all the flash and everything is sanded down. This thing is good to go, so let's get some color on it. All right, while we're waiting on the body to dry, I want to start painting up some of the detail bits. So I've got some Tamiya X26 clear orange and X27 clear red. I want to start getting these lenses painted up so that once the body's painted, we can start getting some of these details on there. Now, I know everybody has their own way of painting these, so I'm going to start by painting in behind. And I'm hoping I get a nice dark effect. If not, I will probably put a coat on the outside as well. But I'm going to start by doing the inside a few coats. And hopefully that will get me the nice dark orange that I'm looking for. Okay guys, I just want to have a quick look at the interior, because normally I would probably just leave this like in the blue K10. I just kind of left it this kind of semi-gloss black. It kind of simulates vinyl. But where this is a mud truck, I really want to tone down the shine. And also by kind of priming these all flat black, we'll be able to weather the seats a little bit and add a little dust, if you will, or some dirt on there, and it's just gonna look a lot better. So first thing we gotta do is, I'm just taking a look here. This should be fine. We can just straight primer this flat black as well as the main floor pan. Now for here, guys, a lot of people just rip these off. Oop. You got to be really careful, because what you want to do is either use a sharp X-Acto knife on here, or I like to use these cutters. They're a bit worn now, but if you use the flat side, you can usually get a nice clean clip right off of there, and then you just file that with a nail file afterward. All right, guys, so here's the finished interior. I just went with the standard silver for this truck. I did do the wood grain and the other blue one, but for this one I just went with the standard. I think it looks pretty good. So we just have a flat black on pretty much everything. Got our door panels done. Now, I'm not going to fully weather this interior right now, because I am going to be swapping out these bucket seats for a bench seat. But one thing you can do is, I just have like a normal kind of pastel set. If you just kind of take a Q-tip, get some dust, just kind of mix in some browns. What you can do is just, it's a bit white. Let me get some more brown here. What you can do is just kind of dust up the floor. And you know, when you get into a truck and your boots are dirty, get kind of dirty. We might look at trying to make some scale floor mats or something for this. I think that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, we're not going to go too crazy weathering right now, because I'm just not really sure on the sort of the direction. This truck was supposed to be sort of a beater truck, and it's turning into a pretty nice looking truck here now, guys. So I'm just gonna kind of dust this up a little bit, just so it looks like, you know, someone hopped in with some dirty boots. But other than that, we're not going to get too crazy with the interior detailing right now. Okay, guys, and here is our finished paint job. Looks totally awesome. It's this really nice kind of matte charcoal gray. I hope it's coming through good on video. Looks really good in person. The only thing I don't really like about it, I might have to look at getting some kind of a matte clear coat, is sometimes if you have kind of greasy fingers or something, it will kind of mark up the paint. But like I said, it is a mud truck. It will get dirty. I'm going to kind of let it naturally age. I'm not going to worry about fingerprints or anything like that from now on. Dirt, it's just going to, I just kind of wanted to weather as we use it. But really looking forward to getting this thing finished up, guys. Like I said, part 3, we'll get the links and everything changed out. But wow, looks really good. I'm really excited to get this thing finished up here. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to show you was we got our signal lights all finished. So guys, this was actually a lot of work getting these chrome pieces painted black and getting the orange pieces in there. It looks really, really nice. Definitely a lot of work, but I think it's going to be worth the effort once we see it on the truck. So I'm just going to stick them on just for a moment, just so you can see. We got our door handles black, our mirrors are all painted. It would be really nice if RC4 Drive offered the chrome parts tree as unpainted as an option. For people that don't want, you know, chrome bezels and everything, I think it'd be cool if they just had an option where you could get it as just unpainted. That'd be great, because it would definitely save a lot of work and time if you want sort of a different look. So I'm just gonna pop this on just so you guys can see it for a moment. Okay, now you can see the black surround there. Looks really nice, guys. A lot of work, but definitely worth the effort. So it's kind of giving me motivation to keep moving here. So we're not going to have time to fully assemble the body in this video, but stay tuned. Part 3, we're going to work on all the detail bits, getting this body finished up here, guys. So okay, so just one other thing there, with the body looking so good, I was actually thinking about, I have this window tint, and I was thinking, wow, it'd be really nice just to kind of maybe lightly smoke the windows. I think that would probably give it a nice look. However, this is the non-sticky window tint, and I just couldn't get it to stick to the windows. So I'm debating whether if I want to do TS71, do a light smoke. I think that will just kind of complete the dark look that we're looking for. So I'm probably going to end up doing that. We'll probably do that on part 3, but just something that I'm thinking about. Let me know in the comments if you think I should tint the windows out. I think it will look pretty cool. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you guys is I've got a 3D printed engine for this truck, guys. So this is a 1:10 scale 3D printed 350 Chevy engine. It's a combination of a few different files, some of which were 1/24 scale, sized up to 1:10. But it's just red right now just because I printed it. I didn't even have time to clean up the parts yet, but I want to show you guys how awesome this is going to be. So I think the theme I'm going with is the Chevrolet engine orange. We're probably going to do like black headers with the red Chevy sign, and have it all detailed up. And I have this kind of engine bay as well. I want to cut out this battery and put this Optima one in that I found. So more to come on this, guys. That's going to be probably in the next part. So there's still lots to do with this truck, guys, and we're still waiting on a lot of parts. So like I said, if this is something you're into, stick around, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys on part 3. Thanks.